to today's workout. We're going to talk about our brain on sugar. This is one of my favorites because my brain does not do well on sugar, but my mouth sure does love it. There is a great, really short TED Talk about sugar. Link is right here. It's full of wonderful information about how sugar affects our brains especially. And then come back to this workout and we'll finish it. Go ahead, pause this workout, go to the link, and then come back. Welcome back. I hope you got some really good information about what sugar does to your brain. I want to talk about it really quickly. It's interesting that food can be addicting. Food is good for us. We need it to live, but it can also be addicting, especially processed foods. Processed foods have come up with something they call the bliss point, which is a sugar, salt, and fat combination that's intentionally engineered and tested on thousands of people to find that perfect spot where we just love that combination of sugar, salt, and fat. It makes these foods really difficult to resist and almost instantly addicting. So the reward system in our brain that we just saw in the video motivates us to seek these foods out. We call these the danger foods because once we start, we can't stop, or they lead to us going off the wagon completely. There's another issue with these foods. It can trigger something called leptin resistance, which is a little bit like insulin resistance. When we eat, our bodies produce leptin that tells our brain that we're done, that we're full and we don't need any more food. But just like with insulin, sometimes leptin has a hard time getting into our cells, especially if we're eating a lot of bliss foods. It also can lead to dysbiosis, which is a poor gut health. The bacteria living there isn't healthy. And so we can have things like gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, burping, all kinds of lovely things happening in our gut. So these types of foods we really want to stay away from, not just because they're addicting and not just because they make the junk food companies rich, because they intentionally engineer the foods to make them irresistible, but also in the long term we have some really bad health issues and of course weight gain. So for the workout today, do a reflection. Think about the danger foods, the ones that you can't stop eating once you start, or the ones that weaken your resolve to stay on your plan. Compare them to the foods mentioned in the video and ask yourself, are they causing me that dopamine reaction in my brain? If they are, list that dopamine reaction, list the symptoms. Is it a high? Is it a well-being? Is it something that makes you tired? Is it something that causes you to seek more of that food? Is it something that keeps it on your mind so much that you can't get it out of your head until you eat? Are they also causing a gut reaction, like the symptoms we talked about earlier? If they are, list those symptoms. And then, looking at your symptoms list, decide whether eating your danger food is worth the mental and physical symptoms that you wrote down. And then take that list of symptoms and read them before you eat every meal and every snack. And when you have a craving, read the symptoms and say, okay, is this worth it? In the beginning, I didn't really have a lot of symptoms and I could do what I wanted to do. But as I've been with this surgery over the years, I've realized that I get the symptoms worse and worse. And it's really a negative reinforcement for me to eat any sugar just because the symptoms just don't make it worth it. So I have to be really, really wanting something or really, really go stupid on myself and forget what it will do. So write them down, read them, see if it's really worth it. Enjoy your day. Good luck with everything that you're doing, and happy weight loss surgery.